State your name and age.
My name is Leah Jackson. I'm 21 years old.
How do you think women are represented in the media?
I think in most cases, if we are represented at all, it's as a sideline character or as a supporting character or as in a sexual manner overall. It's never as like the dominant protagonist. It's always as the supportive character.
I think women are represented as sexual objects. I think they're there to set like a sexual image for men and women to be like desired and wanting to be like them.
When I look at women in media, I do notice that most women who are in front of the camera have to dress a certain way, you know, compared to the women if you're not dressed, say, a little sexually. You're not getting all of the publicity and you're not being shown on the news maybe quite as much.
You know, some places there may be an equilibrium, but and some other things. For example, men's basketball gets bigger ratings than women's basketball.
No. Just by a couple of classes that I took at my university, which opened my eyes to a lot of different things. I learned that like women are they're very like seen as objects instead of people, and a lot of times like women are used as sex symbols instead of like portraying what a woman actually is or even human.
I think definitely probably in commercials, women can be portrayed as sexual objects because when you're advertising a product, you're trying to lure people in, so they'll show a woman and show her more sexual. Like probably men will look more into someone they fancy or someone that looks very attractive, and they'll try to get a certain woman with a certain face and a certain ideal. So I think they can be portrayed more as sexual objects in commercials just to get attention and attract viewers.
Yes. Such as video, that's number one, because all you see in videos is women who degrading themselves.
Black women are portrayed as independent, and then like other, don't want to be racial here, but other like races are sometimes like stereotyped as like dependent on the man, and like it's very hard for them to like adjust themselves. Like the Princess and the Frog is a good example of that. Like there's a like woman who has to work hard for what she has, but if you go back to all the other Disney princesses, they were all really like set, other than Cinderella.
Cinderella. I like her because she wears a beautiful dress, she's pretty, and she dances with a handsome man.
I think media gets the emotional part of women right, but I think the problem is that's all they do. They portray women as nothing but emotional beings or just a crazy character or just a sexual being. It's never a combination of all. And I think women are a combination of many things, but we are never portrayed as this complex object. We're always portrayed as either just a beauty or just a sex thing. We're never who we are.
No, not at all. A lot of times I just watching a commercial, I see a woman and I'm like, she don't relate to me at all because she's a size 00 and I'm a size 15.
The change would occur not from protests in the streets, but from people collectively deciding to refrain from watching anything that stereotypes women in these negative ways or that pigeonholes women into sexual characters. And I think that's the only way to make any sort of change happen. The media won't change itself. We have to tell them to change, and the only way to tell them to change is to refrain from watching things that are negative for women.